The United States Forest Service was founded in 1905. Renowned conservationist Gifford Pinchot, who played a critical role in its founding, envisioned the Forest Service serving as the greatest good to the greatest number of people for the longest time. Unlike the National Park Service, which is under the Department of the Interior, the Forest Service is part of the Department of Agriculture. Forest Service lands serve as a mixture of places for recreation and resource extraction. Hiking trails and campgrounds may be placed in the same general regions as a mine or logging operation. One day, in mid-March of 2016, I joined a U.S. Forest Service representative with the Gunnison Ranger District.
I've been with the Forest Service for 18 years.
And what's your educational background?
I have a 2-year forestry degree. And, so I'm in what's called a 462 series.
Okay.
It's a technical series. We have technical and professional. So in some of the education requirements, not always, but especially for timber management, some of the educational requirements are different for each series.
Paul was checking in on a logging operation in the Slumgullion Pass region of Gunnison National Forest near Lake City, Colorado. This area, like many in the Rocky Mountain West, has been devastated by pine and spruce beetles. In the wake of these infestations, loggers have seized on an opportunity.
Haul it away from firewood, but we've got some. Paul's got to okay every log that goes onto the truck, and until we get that settled, I don't want to haul anything off. But at any rate, a lot of this material is rotten or not much good for making lumber. So, at any rate, that stuff there, we're going to go through it, try to cut some more 8-foot logs out. The rest of it will go in the brush pile. There's a tremendous amount of rot up here, butt rot. We're having to butt a lot of trees off. There's an example of butt rot right there. In fact, my last 2 inspection reports that I got, I'm usually always in the bonus. I finally got one where they deemed me for a log like this. And when it's a log like this, they deem it fall. It's a big deduction.
They got you because of all the cracks?
Yeah, and it's called a buckskin. And these little cracks, you can see kind of what they do. It falls apart. But you can see them.
Yeah.
And when these guys are dead for a long time, I don't know what causes them to do that. But whenever they cut into this stuff, it just fractures all over.
See it.
Yeah.
And by the time they saw that out, they probably only got a little piece right here.
Right. And so and that's a big deduction. That's what they call on their paper an insult log. And when you got it, if that's saying, Perry, you insulted us by sending that log in, and that's a big deduction. So anyway, that's the reason I kind of lay some of these back, because I don't want to get dinged. But yet I still have to do what the Forest Service requires.
Right.
So I told him to call Paul and tell Paul explain that insult log.
Because you know what we look at in the Forest Service, we'll look at how deep that goes. This one might even be close to 100% coal.
Yeah.
On that by our standards too.
Yeah.
So,
I think it would be.
I mean, you got spiral the whole way down, and they're fairly deep.
Yeah. Some are deeper than others. Yeah, they're fairly deep. That one goes down.
Yeah, and there's no telling what
Yeah, on the other side.
there.
But these were the ones I was gonna haul off. When they come up next summer, I'll get with you.
Okay.
I probably got a load and a half of them.
We'll do, it might be a cumbersome process, but we'll do kind of what we're doing now. We'll kind of look at the logs and make the determination that they are in fact. So it'll be a little cumbersome.
Well, I've done this all my life, and I don't want to do anything that goes against what you guys want, the agency wants. So, but I set these out because I knew that if they went to the mill, I would get an insult. So I kind of set these out. But I'm going to go through them again. Try to make some 8-footers, stuff like that.
I see where you cut in right there when you check it for that butt rock.
Yeah.
Many states have some kind of equivalent of a Forest Service. The Colorado State Forest Service is part of the State University Extension System. They work predominantly with private landowners and offer consultation on tree management.
With the State Forest Service is you get to work with the public a lot because we work with all private landowners. So working with the private landowners, you can interact. And I get really excited, being able to talk. It could be an insect and disease call. We could be looking at some spruce beetle or Doug fir beetle trees, or it could be dealing with wildfire mitigation, or it could even just be a simple phone call. But being able to work with the public and also being, of course, being outdoors. And it's not too bad being here in Gunnison working. There's a lot worse places you could be.
Yeah. And so what are some challenges you face in your job?
A thing is with the State Forest Service, we have a lot of partners we work with. It could be with the United States, it could be with the feds, with the Forest Service. You could we work with a council called the West Region Wildfire Council, and they deal a lot with grant funding for defensible space. And we work with them really closely, and they come out with us and do site visits. So I think a big thing that I had to get used to when I was first working here was being organized and keeping communication up well in between different agencies, and there's a lot of moving parts. So that was definitely one thing. Also knowing that not every landowner or someone you're going to talk to is going to agree with you right away, especially when you're marking trees on their property. So just being able to, even though someone disagrees or might not want to do it, just to kind of find a middle ground. And the last thing is just organization. Summertime we have field season kind of ramps up, so just having everything organized and knowing, I'm doing this day, and not getting overwhelmed or not biting off more than you can chew.
Fair enough.
Both of these agencies have a great deal of influence in private spheres, be they for-profit businesses or just regular landowners. Managing resources for ecosystem services, recreation, or extraction is always a challenge, but one that the people who work for them handle on a daily basis.